you can see that Kevin Durant is still very sensitive to the criticism that he's received.
Kevin Durant, rational people aren't still talking about your decision to go to the Warriors in 2016.
It seems like KD just wants to be hated at this point. So if you have not heard, KD has been receiving major backlash as he states that the 2026 Philadelphia 76ers on paper are better than his 2017 Golden State Warriors.
You serious?
Unfortunately, I am. As he stated on Instagram, Klay Thompson, never an MVP candidate in nothing. 22 points per game. Draymond, 14 points per game, 7 rebounds, 6 assists. Steph, an MVP just like Joel was. I don't get how the Warriors team is better on paper. And honestly, this doesn't make any sense because if you dive deep into that season, you will see that Draymond Green won Defensive Player of the Year that year. Steph Curry was unanimous MVP. That means nobody else got a vote. And Klay Thompson, capable of giving you 60 points in 29 minutes while taking 11 dribbles. That is who KD is talking about when trying to describe his teammates. Not only did that same core win 2 championships with KD, they also won 2 championships without him. This is the team that KD is trying to tell us that is worse than the 2026-2027 Philadelphia 76ers. But before we continue this video, it has been brought to my attention that majority of y'all watching this video are not subscribed. It would mean a whole lot to me if you subscribe and turn notifications on. That way, you don't miss the next upload. But with all that being said, cue the intro. What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Marbiani Ark, and today we're going to be talking about KD. Now I know, another KD video, it always seems like he's doing something dumb, something ignorant, or something stupid. This story begins when an ESPN reporter at a USA event asked Kevin Durant an innocent question of if the Philadelphia 76ers are title contenders. This is what he had to say in response.
Contenders?
For sure. You don't think so?
No, I'm just asking you.
Last time they put 3 20-point scores on the team, they said it was unfair, which is the team I was on. Yeah. They got 4 25-point scores on this team. So hell yeah, I think they're going to be a contender.
And after hearing that, nothing sounds bad. He's pretty much giving the Philadelphia 76ers the respect they deserve. They have 4 All-Stars and 1 perennial rookie, so they should be title contenders. But with KD, you know he has to go the extra mile. At the grand old age of 37, you would think by now, Kevin Durant of all people would know not to respond to Instagram trolls. But here we are again. While listening to KD's take, a fan took to Instagram and stated that the Warriors were miles ahead of the Philadelphia 76ers. KD then responded and said, "Ain't close, LMAO. Joel Embiid, MVP recently. Jaylen Brown, recent finals MVP. Tyrese Maxey, All-Star the last 3 years. We all know what Bron does. Klay Thompson, never an MVP candidate in nothing. 22 points per game. Draymond, 14 points per game, 7 rebounds, 6 assists. Steph an MVP just like Joel was. I don't get how the Warriors team is better on paper." Now, I don't know why KD decided to throw his ex-teammates under the bus, but they were not happy. Klay Thompson then went on to repost what KD said and said, "Hey man, you good? Why are you using my full government for?" And as well as Draymond Green trolling him and saying Slim thought he was on his burner. He then went on his podcast and said this about Kevin Durant.
I think to understand this statement, though, you also have to understand the way KD view basketball. And the way KD view basketball is very Uncle Drewish. This game will and always will be about buckets.
Now, Curry has yet to respond to KD's takes, and I'm pretty sure he's not going to say anything, because it seems like Steph Curry's the only teammate that Kevin Durant actually liked. And I would understand if this was a first-time offense, but KD just 6 months ago was under the same fire for reportedly using a fake burner account to criticize teammates and coaches. Now guys, KD's argument was not 100% flawed because I do see where he was trying to get at. Tyrese Maxey was on All-NBA third team. He averaged 28 points per game, making that the 5th highest in the NBA. And then with a player like Jaylen Brown, who averaged 28.7 points per game and was 6th in MVP voting, you can easily make an argument that this team is great on paper. At first, everything made sense, but then he compared Steph Curry to Joel Embiid. As a monster in his own right when healthy, Joel Embiid won MVP 4 years ago, and since then has not played more than 40 games. And you're comparing that to Steph Curry, who just a year before you got there, won unanimous MVP and had one of the greatest offensive seasons of all time. Now I know that KD and Draymond got a little bit of a beef, but to just say his stats like he didn't do anything is crazy. Cause that season, Draymond Green was Defensive Player of the Year, All Defensive First Team, All NBA Third Team, and an All-Star. Draymond Green is considered one of the greatest defensive players of all time, and Kevin Durant just turned him into a PRA stat. Defensive Player of the Years are not supposed to score the ball, and 14 points ain't that bad considering who's on your team. But just like Draymond said, KD only thinks about buckets and buckets only. But let's get this clear. LeBron does not need another ring to fulfill his legacy, but the same can't be said back then for KD. Back in 2016, Kevin Durant was only 28 years old, right in the middle of his prime, and he had just finished another MVP caliber season and was widely considered one of the 2 or 3 best players in the world. The thing that made this decision so controversial was who he joined. The Warriors had just gone 73-9, the greatest regular season in NBA history. They had already won a championship the year before and were 1 win away from winning back-to-back titles. They also beat the Oklahoma City Thunder, the same team that KD was on, down 3-1. Now compare that to LeBron joining Philadelphia. LeBron isn't 28 no more. He's entering his age 41 season. He's still one of the greatest players in basketball, but at this stage of his career, staying healthy over an 82-game season and 4 playoff rounds is much bigger challenge than it was for Durant in 2016. The last time the Sixers won a championship was 1983. That's 43 years ago. Meanwhile, just 2 years prior, before Kevin Durant even joined the team, the Warriors had already won. And besides Jaylen Brown, this Philadelphia team has not made it outside the second round. LeBron is joining a team that needs his championship experience, while KD joined a team that was already proven and already historically great. I'm not even a big LeBron fan, but these 2 moves are not the same. The funny thing about all this is that it can be completely avoided if KD just chose not to text back random strangers on Twitter. At the end of his main argument, Kevin Durant stated that his Phoenix team with him, Bradley Beal, and Devin Booker was considered championship or bust, but the Philadelphia 76ers were giving a lot of leadway to. And yes, he's not wrong, but it's kind of right message, wrong messenger, because Kevin Durant has been part of some of the greatest super teams of this decade, including the Oklahoma City Thunder, which I'm not really counting, but still a big 3, the Golden State Warriors, who is arguably the greatest team of all time, the Brooklyn Nets, and finally, the Phoenix Suns. And if I were to compare the Philadelphia 76ers today to any one of KD's super teams, it would have to be the Brooklyn Nets. And the reason why I say the Nets is the Nets had a combined team of superstars, just like how currently Philadelphia does. But at the start of the season, the Los Angeles Lakers opened as the clear favorite in 2021. The Brooklyn Nets were 4th in preseason polls, the same as Philadelphia is today. So no, I wouldn't compare them to Phoenix, but I would compare them to the Nets. As both teams have true championship aspirations, neither one are the clear favorite. Now, I don't think that KD actually believes that the Philadelphia 76ers are better than the Warriors, but I do think he's trying to shine light on other players to save his own skin. I think Kevin Durant is still carrying the weight of that decision from 10 years ago. Every time people bring up his legacy, it feels like he's back on social media trying to defend why he joined Golden State, and to me, that says the criticism still bothers him. But here's the thing, he doesn't need to do that. Kevin Durant is one of the greatest scorers we've ever seen, championship or not, and that was never changing. His talent has never been the question, and if anything, he was the best player in all of those years. So he has nothing to hang his head about and feel guilty, because there are a lot of superstars that were willing to do the same exact thing given opportunity. At this point, I think he should just own the decision. He made the move, he won, and nobody can take that away from him. Some fans will always respect it, others won't. But that's okay. He doesn't need to convince anybody anymore because his career speaks for itself. But that's just my take. But let me know what you guys think. Are the Warriors just an unbeatable team? Or was KD right and the Philadelphia 76ers are better on paper? What do you guys think? Are the Warriors just an unbeatable team? Or was KD right and the Sixers are better on paper. With all that being said, man, my name's Mara Beyond the Yark. I'm taking a step back until our next upload. Peace.